Something shifted while you slept. Not dramatically, not all at once. The way real things change. Quietly, below the surface. In the dark, where no one is watching and nothing needs to perform. Last night, a seed was planted in the soil of who you are becoming. This morning, you step into the field, and the field is different than it was yesterday. You may not see it yet. You will feel it in the first real moment the day brings you, in the first conversation, in the first room you walk into. The harvest is not someday. It begins today. There was once someone who gave a presentation they had been avoiding for weeks. Not a grand occasion, a small room, a handful of people, the kind of moment that would not make the highlight reel of anyone's life. But something was different that morning. They had woken with a quality they could not quite name. Not loud, not performed, just present. A steadiness that had not been there the week before. Something beneath the usual noise. Something that did not need the room's approval before it was willing to show up. They spoke. People listened. Someone asked a question and they answered it without first apologizing for having an opinion. Walking out afterward, they did not think, "I was confident today." They thought, "That felt like me." That is how the harvest arrives. Not in triumph, in ordinary moments that suddenly feel like they fit. Take a moment now, before the day begins, to let that land. The version of you that walked into that small room and simply spoke, that person is not fictional. That person is not a future version you are still working toward. That person is who you are becoming right now, in this moment, in the quiet space between last night's planting and today's first step into the light. Shoulders back, chin level. The posture of someone who already knows something the noise of the day has not yet had a chance to argue with. You are not the same person who went to sleep last night. Something was tended while you rested. Something in the deep architecture of who you are was quietly and persistently rewritten. Not by force, not by willpower, by the same natural law that turns seeds into trees without effort or announcement. And today, in real moments, in ordinary conversations, in the unremarkable hours of a regular Tuesday, you are going to feel it arriving. Not because conditions are perfect, because you are different. And a different person meets the same day differently. The days of a borrowed identity are behind you. Today, you choose to be you. Say it now, quietly, as a declaration to the morning. Today, I choose to be me. Let that settle. Let your body receive it. Not as a wish, as a fact already in motion. Your reticular activating system is active and primed. The subconscious work of last night has calibrated your mind to notice what it could not see before. Here is what it is looking for today. Notice the moment you speak and do not shrink at the end of your sentence. You will say something and you will let it stand, without walking it back, without the apology that used to follow, without softening it for a room that did not ask you to. That is your confidence arriving. It will happen today. Watch for it. Notice the moment someone asks for your opinion and you give it cleanly, without the qualifier that used to come before it, without the hedge that used to follow. One clear, honest answer. That is the new identity showing up in real time. It may feel unfamiliar for just a moment. That unfamiliarity is growth. Notice the moment you walk into a room and do not immediately scan it for permission to be there. You simply enter. You stand where you stand. You take the space that is yours. That moment will come today. It may last 3 seconds. It matters more than you know. Notice the moment a challenge arrives and your first response is capability rather than doubt. Where the old voice would have said, "I am not sure I can," the new voice says, "Let me try." That gap between the old response and the new one, that is the paradigm shifting in real time. That is neuroplasticity made visible. Notice the moment someone looks to you for a decision, for a direction, for steadiness in an uncertain moment, and you provide it without first looking around to see if someone more qualified is available. You are the person in the room. You always were. And at the end of today, before you sleep, recall one moment where your confidence showed up without being summoned. One moment where you were simply yourself. Not performing, not managing, simply present, grounded, and real. That moment is the evidence. It is the seed becoming visible above the soil. It is the answer to the question that was planted last night. Today I am looking for evidence of who I am becoming. And I will find it. Because what the mind looks for, the mind finds. My confidence is not arriving someday. It is arriving today, in real moments, in ordinary hours, in the unremarkable spaces where real transformation actually lives. Shoulders back, chin up. The day has something good in store. Go meet it. Shift happens at subconsuccess.com. Shift to your next level now.